Wait, what'd you say? 7 days? I have 7 days until I get my car finished. That ain't hard at all. I can do that. Yeah, 7 days. I got it. Oh man guys, what is going on today? D Creator here, back with another video. In today's video, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take the hood off the 1998 Mach 1 and fix it. I gotta do a little bit of Bondo work. I gotta do a little bit of fiberglass work. Yeah, there's some chips, and I'm pretty sure this hood hasn't been painted. It's unpainted, so I'm pretty sure there's like some waviness in there. I gotta prep it up before I actually paint it because it needs a lot of work. But basically what I'm going to show you guys is how I go about prepping up this hood, because this hood is an unpainted surface, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people have, like, you know, bumpers, hoods, or doors that have not been painted that needs to be prepped up to paint. So I'm gonna do it on my hood and show you guys how I do it. And of course my hood is different because it does have a cut in it, and I don't know if you can tell, but it separates into two pieces, and I don't like that. I am going to fuse it together, and then I'm gonna Bondo it and actually make it look like it was all one piece, and actually it's supposed to look like it was made for this car, which, I mean, it is made for this car, but it's not made for that shaker. But yeah guys, let's go ahead and start working on this hood. I gotta take off the hood and put it on these sawhorses and go from there. So wish me luck. I wish you the best if you're doing the same thing. Hopefully the results come out great. Let's do this. Okay, now that we got the hood off and on the sawhorses, I gotta take off this little, if I can get it, there we go, this weather stripping or door guard or whatever it is off, because I won't be needing that anymore. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take this bottom one off too. It served me well, but I won't need it anymore. You can see how uneven, I guess, the cuts are and how rigid they are. So my first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some really strong epoxy and glue it right in there, and just make sure that everything is pretty much together. I'm also gonna take these off. Someone actually pushed down the hood and cracked it. Jared. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Put the glue on it and then close it up. So let's go ahead and get to that. Alright guys, now that is glued down and pretty much sandwiched together, it's not going anywhere. This is some strong stuff. As you can see, I got blue painter's tape underneath it, and that's for when I put the Bondo on it, it doesn't just sloop off onto the ground. Kind of keeps it uniformed and staying up. That way it hardens like that, and I can sand it to where I want to sand it. I already put a little bit of Bondo around this part. I'm going to make new holes for. Sorry about that sizzling noise. My compressor is I'm letting out the air in my compressor, so it's going to make this sizzling noise. Whenever you're working with the plastic weld or any type of chemicals, make sure you have a respirator, because this stuff, it is extremely strong I also sand down the fiberglass to give it a nice prep surface. Make sure you also have a respirator and gloves on because you're dealing with fiberglass. It has glass in it, so you don't want that to get into your skin. It makes you itchy, and you definitely don't want to breathe that stuff in. But let's go ahead and put the Bondo on. Yeah, cue time lapse. Yes, I understand. It looked like just a big old glob mess. But that's the beauty of Bondo, is you can sand all that off and make it smooth. Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate saying, why am I using Bondo? Look, okay, it's an expensive hood for me, first of all. Second of all, I don't have the money to go spend on another hood. Third of all, I really don't have to cut up another hood to fit the shaker hood on it in order for me to make it work, when I could just do it again and mess up on it again. I'm not gonna buy me another $400, $500 hood, $600 hood, something like that, just to cut into it again. And then, like, this is my second hood. My first hood that I tried was way too big. The second one, I actually went to a buddy of mine who actually works at the body shop, and me and him did it with his specialized tools, and we kind of messed up a little bit, but I mean, it was doable. Now I'm trying to fix it. I'm gonna let this cure overnight, so tomorrow. All right, guys, so we let it sit overnight, and as you can see, it's pretty hard. It looks like I'm probably gonna have to add a little bit more Bondo in certain areas, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the tape, and hopefully I can take it off. It's kind of tough. I'll go ahead and take off the tape, get all this off. Then I'm gonna start sanding. I'm gonna sand with 60 grit sandpaper because, well, I mean, it's Bondo. It's not the way that I want it shaped yet. Whenever you sand fiberglass, it is very important that you wear gloves, a respirator of some sort, and recommendation wearing like glasses or safety glasses or something like that. I have some in there. I just gotta get them. But again, you don't want any of this stuff to be like inside you, whether it's in your eyes, your skin, or your lungs. You don't want any of this inside of you. Alright guys, so just like I thought, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of adjusting, and I see I have way too much on this side and not enough on this side. This side is definitely way too close, because as soon as I rev the engine up, the engine's gonna move this way and the shaker gonna hit up against that, and we can't have that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get me some blue tape, some blue painter's tape, and just line it up so it can be even. Where I'm finna add it, I'm finna put like some Sharpie marker or something like that to add it on there. So okay guys, I think I'm happy with that. Gotta trim this side down, gotta trim the back, I gotta add a little bit right there, and then maybe some right here. Not too much. Trim this down. Probably got it. I can add a little bit, but I don't have to add much. And that's really it. So let's go ahead and get to working on that. I'm finna go ahead and take the hood off, put it back on the sawhorses. I'm not gonna record this part because I already did it. So the next time you'll see it is probably the finished product. So give me a few seconds. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days later. You see the gas tank hovering over here, my bumpers over here, and the whole entire car is white, including the hood. And I did record this, but I didn't record this in this video. But since I painted, I just wanted to show y'all that since I painted it, I can see the imperfections of what I missed. Like there's a crater right here. Yeah, there's a little bit of waviness right here. Just gonna wet sand it and fill in some of the areas like this little ping hole right here, and then mold this a little bit better. But overall, the hood looks pretty good. I'm finna just touch up those areas real quick. I gotta get me some more Bondo, or I can get some body filler, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just in a little tube to just fill up these areas right here, so I don't have to mix Bondo. But yeah, I got to run to the store and go ahead and get that that body filler, some more of it, and then I'll be back and finish the imperfections and we should be good. I will say this though, the hood is looking mighty frosty. I really do like the color. It is excellent.